I will lose everything. I will have to stay on the streets.
If we're talking about, say, a startup, we're talking about a business context, the first thing is how many people are feeling this pain point. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, if there are many people and there's a huge market for this pain point, then I think it's a problem worth solving. If there are only a bunch of people, like, not many, that is feeling this pain point, and then you're not getting much traction, then yeah, maybe it's time to move on because there isn't that big of a market after all.
I think you think in different contexts, even like in work or whether in relationships, even when do you know when to hold on or when to give up and move on? I think first one I will really look at is, can we actually accept the fact that we need to push on a little bit more, not knowing what's the next 5-10 meters in front ahead of us, like just pushing through to really see whether things will work out or not. If you can accept that, secondly, then you need to put in a time factor, whether, let's say you want to do push on and persist on, what's the time period that you might potentially want to give yourself. Think about it, right? Let's say today I want to start this business, I want to push it on, but then on the other hand, I know that after 5 months, right, I will lose everything. I will have to stay on the streets and let's say beg for food, for example. If I know that, then I think the question now is really whether do I want that and can I accept that kind of consequence or not, right? If I can't, then maybe I want to give myself, okay, instead of trying 6 months and end up like this, maybe I try 3 to 4 months, have a couple of months of leeway for me to get another job in the corporate world, for example, and then live my life there and then maybe start it up again. Third is whether do you have the capacity to do so. And when I say capacity, I'm not only talking about financials, like how much money you can burn, so on and so forth, but also on the emotional and the mental stress that you are putting on yourself, right? Because you know Maslow hierarchy of needs, when you are really pursuing things like like a higher level, like self-actualization and things like that, you need to have your basic needs fulfilled. If you don't, then it's very difficult for you to do so, to do so-called bigger things. So if you try to do that without fulfilling your basic needs, then the amount of stress that you have on yourself, will be extremely high. That's what I feel. And then again, come down to whether you have the capacity to do so.